The last module built the structure that governs an agentic system. This one asks the harder question that follows: how does an enterprise know the structure is working, and how does it show that to the people who will ask? That is the work of risk management, assurance, and audit. And it begins by seeing clearly what kind of risk an agentic system actually carries, because the old risk register does not quite fit it. Enterprises have managed technology risk for a long time, and the instinct is to treat an agentic system as one more application on that register. Much of that discipline does carry over, and you should not throw it away. But three features of an acting system bend the familiar categories enough that a register built for ordinary software will miss the risks that matter most. Naming them is the first task of assurance, because a risk you have not identified is not controlled, however good the controls elsewhere. By the end of this module, you will be able to identify the risk an acting system actually carries and design controls that prevent, detect, and correct. The first feature is that the behavior is not fixed. Conventional software fails in ways you can, in principle, list a path coded wrong, an input not handled. An agentic system can produce an action no one specified and no tests anticipated, because it chooses a path to an output rather than following a fixed one. The risk is not only that it does the wrong thing, but that the wrong thing is one nobody listed in advance. So risk identification cannot be a closed checklist of known failure modes. It has to include the standing possibility of behavior outside the set anyone foresaw, and controls that catch a category of harm rather than one specific bug. The second is drift. A traditional control, once it passes, tends to keep passing until someone changes the code. An agentic system can move out of tolerance with no change in your own code, because the world it acts on changes underneath it. A new pattern of cases, a shifted data mix, a model updated by a vendor, a risk that was real and managed at launch can quietly become unmanaged months later without a single internal deployment. So, risk for these systems is not a state you assess once at go live. It is a moving quantity that has to be watched, and the absence of a recent change is not evidence that the risk has held still. The third is that the agent is a privileged actor inside the enterprise. It holds credentials, reaches into systems, and takes actions that in a person would carry authority and supervision. That concentrates a kind of risk. An ordinary application does not. A single agent acting wrongly, fast, across many cases, with real access before anyone intervenes. The fuller security side of this belongs to the safety module. What matters for risk here is that the agent's reach and autonomy make the consequence of a fault larger and quicker than the same fault in passive software. The risk assessment has to weigh that scale and speed, not just the probability of error. Put together, these three move risk from a list to a live picture. You still name the specific risks you can foresee, the wrong release, the mishandled data, the biased decision, and manage each. But over them sits a recognition that the system can fail in unlisted ways, drift without changing, and act with privileged reach at speed. An assurance program that does not start from that recognition will measure the system against the wrong expectations and find it compliant right up to the moment it is not. Next, we design controls that actually match this risk